Okay, I'm trying to remember what play it was. Caroline was in that, and I don't remember. They're all like so silly.
My sister loves doing them.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah, she's in Amanda's after school class. Yeah, so she'll be in the play with my kids. Very cute. All right, so let's all good. So let's just well, why don't we start with when you're doing admissions stuff? What are you most like? What are some questions that you're kind of always answering, or what are you most finding yourself talking about when you're talking to students who might want to come here?
How the homework load is, like, and if teachers are, like, try and change things based on your learning style, and or if it's all taught the same way. And normally that's answered, the teachers try and do everything they can to make it just right for you to learn, and that's a concern most people have because they've come from other schools where it's all taught the same way. If you don't learn like that, then it's just like, oh no, we don't know what to do with you, like, and that's one. Also, what PE is like, and if it's like really stressful, because a lot of people freak out about what our PE is like. For us, it's we go to the park and we play soccer and all kinds of stuff like that. And for them, it's like, oh, they get a grade. Like if they're not really athletic, then like it's just like there's nothing for them to do. Like it's just. But yeah, for here, it's like we get to. Some people do acting games, and then some people like play tag and whatever, and there's just so many things for people to do.
When you guys do that long walk.
Yeah, you get to talk with your friends and observe things happening around the city. Like we've seen little baby birds and like teeny birds, they're learning to fly, and it's really cool.
That's so sweet. Excuse me. I mean, it's highly unusual for PE for part of PE to be walking a mile to go to a park, right?
Yeah, but I feel like it's like a fun thing to do because you get to talk with your friends, have a good time then, and then you get there and you're just like, yay! Like there's so many things for you to do, and then after you have all that fun, then you walk back and yeah.
Is there something like decompressing about that?
Yeah, just the walk. Like you can either walk and talk with your friends, or you can just like walk, and it's really nice.
Do you look forward to it, having it at the end of the day?
Yeah, it's a lot better because I feel like having it at the end of the day, it's like we've done all this like class, and then it's just time to decompress, and yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's. I bet that feels good to just know that you're gonna be unwinding.
Yeah.
You know? Tell me about the guides here.
Well, they're really amazing, like really amazing. They all are so passionate about what they're teaching and getting to teach other people about it. Like we'll go on for hours. Like if we had time, we'd go on for hours just talking about one little thing, like how water bonds with like different things, and it's just really cool. I love seeing how passionate they are about things. They're like not only your teachers, but they're your friends, and like you have like the goofiest conversations with them about all sorts of things, and like whenever you see them walking by, you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, how's your day, and all that.
It seems like there's a lot of trust.
Yeah. You're trusting them with teaching you, like with your education, and I definitely think they're doing a great job of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we interviewed a few teachers this morning, and it's just really neat to hear because they are really passionate about what they do.
Yeah.
You know, and it seems like that's contagious. You know, you guys are around their energy and their passion, and it's like you can't help but want to be there and learn from them.
We see one teacher like, oh my gosh, they love this so much, and then it's like you find one little thing and then you just like explode off of it, and that's like project week. We get to just follow those kind of things.
Tell me what project week is.
It's when we get like a week off of our like traditional classes to just explore any interest you have. This year I explored like the criminal justice system with a group, and we did all kinds of things like help a organization that it's called the Women's Storybook Project, and it like records moms reading books to their kids and then sends the book to them, and so they can hear their mom read them a bedtime story. Then like there's just so many things you can do. Some people like build crazy cool like hologram projectors, like try living like without any waste for like the whole week, and just seeing how much of a difference that is, helping charities and stuff like that. It's really cool, and then we get to go to the Project Week Fair and like see everything everybody did, and it's really, really cool.
What was I going to ask you? Do you feel like, because I think what's cool about Project Week is that it's something that you get to choose to pursue in a really deep way,
Yeah.
right? So it's all your choice. Do you feel like you learn from each other during Project Week?
Yes. You're like, and if you see something you're really interested in, then you're like, oh my gosh, that's like so cool. Like maybe like I want to learn more about that. It just opens up so many new interests, seeing what everybody else does and getting to do one yourself. It's really fun.
That's so cool. So tell me about Tom's math class.
Okay, Tom's math class is my favorite class. It's so fun learning the math. Like, we start off trying to do it ourselves, and then we collaborate. I just like the system of how it goes, like the teaching style. I love all the teachers' teaching styles, but I think the one he has is really special. There's lots of hands-on working, and that's at the lower campus, the Montessori style. It's more hands-on. It's like doing lots of things, working with other friends, doing it at your own pace, and I feel like that works really well with how he teaches, because even though we're like in a whole class all together, it's really not about him teaching the whole class. It's him teaching the whole class, but also teaching the individuals in it. And
based on where they are.
Yeah, because some people are really fast at math, and then some people, it takes them a little more time to get it, and then they're like, okay, I really got this. Like, I could teach someone else myself. Like,
and that happened. I saw that happen. You guys were helping each other.
There's a lot of helping each other. When someone doesn't quite understand, then one person goes and they're like, here, I can help you. Can I explain what I did, and maybe that'll help you? We have tons of like posters around the room, and it's just like, if you're confused, you can say this instead of being like, I'm never gonna learn this. I can't learn. Like, I'm not smart. It's like, you got this. Just ask for help. Ask to see what others did. Like stuff like that. And I really like the posters on the wall.
Yeah, that's cool that actually kind of resonates with you.
Yeah.
You know, that's really cool. So I noticed that Tom kind of got the class started, gave you the problems were on the board, or they were somewhere.
They're projected onto the board, yeah.
And then you guys were off on your own, either working individually or with a partner.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a sneeze that's stuck, sorry. Ugh. Okay, what do I? And then just watching like you guys like writing on the windows and stuff.
It's really fun writing on the windows. Like, I never think, oh, expo markers, yeah, they work on the board, but guess what? They work on the windows too. Like, it's really cool, because then like the city's in the background, and it's like you're seeing your math, and then like you're writing it over the city, and I think it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you have kind of a different connection with it. You're writing it bigger than if you were writing on paper. It's really small, and something about being able to spread out a little.
Yeah.
Seems really neat. What other classes do you love, or guides?
I love all my classes. Like, I honestly, like, I couldn't pick like my absolute favorite, because it's just like there's so many great teachers and great classes. But I really like science, especially when we get to learn like about like human, like biology kind of science, and like genetic disorders and all kinds of stuff like that. Like we did that in 6th grade, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love doing this so much. Like now I just go and I like learn all about like Tay-Sachs or the swine flu or something like that. It's just like randomly, I'm like, okay, that really opened something up for me. I really love doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like you're, I think I was asking Nathaniel, because it's, kind of starting to wrap up the year, and I was saying, like, do you have finals? Like, what does that look like? And he was saying a lot of it's projects.
Yeah, it's these really fun, like for Spanish class, we're making a cooking show in Spanish. And like you have, like, you can do it with a partner, and I'm doing it with 2 of my friends. And we're like, we're making Mexican chicken soup. And it's like really interesting to compare like their style of cooking to like what we're used to, and find similarities and differences that are really actually cool, and I wouldn't think to see that anywhere else. Like, yeah.
What do you think about having learning that's more like project based instead of like kind of traditional homework or tests? I mean, I know you have both of those.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot less stressful, and you can really show your knowledge of it, because learning to teach rather than to take a test on it is just, there's many studies that have shown like, oh, that's really like a really good style of teaching. And I feel like it's a lot, it's really fun to do it, and you learn so many new skills rather than to take a test, just memorize it all and take a test. And yeah.
No, I can imagine. I mean, and I guess, coming from the lower campus elementary school, I mean, you guys didn't really do tests
no
at
tests.
all, but a lot of
projects, home projects, book reports, country reports.
Right. And do you feel, is that, I mean, I see the benefits of it for Caroline, but what do you feel like in terms of being able to get really in depth about something?
I feel like you can, can you explain the question a little bit more?
Well, I feel like with a home project, you can really dive into it and do it on your own time, and you can kind of make it as big or as small as you want to, but you're really kind of in control of your learning. Does that make sense? Kind of.
Sort of.
Well, I guess let me actually move on to something else, because that's a big thing at the lower school, and the whole thing with Montessori is that they're hoping that it teaches kids to kind of to own their learning process and to love learning.
I feel like that's really beneficial for having that kind of environment than moving up to this environment, because they work with Montessori, and the thing we have at our school works really well with each other. They're like, if you've had that experience, even if you haven't, you kind of like learn that here once you're at our school, and you can learn how to like manage your time a lot better, really be in control of of your learning experience, and then have the support from your teachers and your friends and everyone around you to have that learning experience how you need it. And yeah, I really like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can see how that would be a really great connection. Let me just look at my questions really quick, because I feel like we've covered a lot. Okay, let me just ask one more question. What do you think of the students here at the middle school?
Honestly, I could be like best friends with any one of them. They're so nice, and everybody wants to be friends with everybody. Even there's not really any like cliques. It's more like, okay, we're all family. We all love to do what we do. Love being at this school. Now let's just love being at the school all together. And I really, really, really like that.
That's so sweet, and that's so unusual for middle school. But I'm sure you know that, because middle school, can be so crazy, and with cliques and gossip and all this stuff that you guys don't really experience here.
No, not really. Like I have friends that have gone to other schools, and I'd hear these crazy things. And I would be like, "What? That happens?" Like, that I've never, like, I don't see that happening here. Like, how it just surprises me because I'm just not used to it.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of what
Yeah.
your experience is. I think we're all good. Was there anything else that you want to talk about or mention? You feel like we've covered it? Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to grab this microphone before you